I'm Jeff from Raven Wilderness School, and today we're going to do a quick video on my pack and how it's organized here. You can see the pack here. So one of the first things that I do when I get to a location is I have a section of cord that's right here in a carabiner on the strap of my pack right there. So I have that so I can hang my pack from a tree or from whatever I can hang it from here. So it's on a biner right here. And this is a looped section of paracord. This is probably about, I don't know, 15 feet. It's tied into a loop, continuous loop, just with a square knot. And what I do is I section it from there in half, and then half again, depending on the size of the tree. I'm going to hang it off this tree right here, so I don't need a very big section. This right here is fine. And you can keep on having it as small as you want to, or undo it to make it larger for a larger tree. So that's the first thing I do. I'm actually going to do it like this. Come around the tree, about here, and all you do is take one section, put it through, and pull it back like that, cinch it up. And I take that carabiner that I had right here, this is what was hanging on my pack, put it through there like that, and then I can hang my pack right there. Okay, so over here. In this video here, I'm basically going to talk about how my pack's organized and what's in my pack. Some of the tricks I picked up from ice climbing I use on my pack here, and one is how I store my cordage. This piece of cord here, all these pieces of cord here, all these are wrapped up and tied. They're not your standard bundle that you see that's wrapped around real tight. These are just done a little bit differently. And I have different lengths on here for different things. Some of these are tied in loops, and some of these just have a loop on the end, depending on what I want to use them for. This one here is for my ridge line. This is about 50 plus feet of cordage here, and all it has is a loop right here tied on one end, so I can do a trucker's hitch. So basically what I do with this cordage here is I have a biner here. I can take off whatever section I need, put it back on here. It's an easy way to store it. If I need this piece here, I can move this up a little bit, take this section off here. When you ice climb, you have lots of different pieces of cord and webbing and slings and stuff like that, and you tie them in knots like this. So I figured that would work pretty well for organizing my cordage for my pack as well. So this one here, just a piece of cord, I don't know, it's maybe 10 feet, with a loop on the end that can be used for different things and setting up a shelter or tying a tripod. This is perfect for a tripod, this length right here, to hang a pot over the fire. All I do to put it on my biner here on my pack is I take the cordage, line up the two ends like that, bring them together, and I just keep on bringing it together, get it smaller and smaller like that. And then depending how long that is, I tie 1 or 2 knots in the cord. So I'll take all that cordage, put it through, and tie it into a knot like that. And if that's too long, I'll tie another knot, but that's not bad right there. I may have had 2 knots in this one. You can put it back on your pack right there. So that's how I organize my cordage. This pack right here, it's just, and here's the label right there, just an REI pack. This is the Trail 40 liter pack. And it's just an inexpensive 40 liter pack for 1 or 2 days, 3 days, something like that, depending on how much gear that you take with you. This pack has pretty much everything I would need in it for a few days in this pack. So I'm kind of gonna go over what I have in this pack and how it's packed. So that's the cordage. It's on the outside of my pack so I can access it easily. It's right there when I need it. I don't have to go digging in pockets looking for the cordage. Once I get to my area where I'm going to set up camp, I can hang my pack up like this off the wet ground or out of the snow, and then start by taking this piece of cordage here, which is my ridge line. Set my ridge line up, come into here, grab my tarp from the top and set up my tarp and just work down from there. Another thing that I keep on the side of my pack, on the opposite side, are gloves. So I have gloves on a biner, on a strap. The other side I have this strap here. And then next from there, I have a water bottle on each side. And I have the water bottle just tied in with a little piece of cordage through this little hook right here. That releases it so it comes out. This one has a little metal cup with it. And that goes in here. The reason why I do that is so I don't lose it. It could possibly fall out. That one's in there pretty deep, but it could possibly fall out. So you could rig this up pretty much with any pack. This happens to have a little hook here that hooks around these loops. So I put the cordage through there into that little hook like that. That way, if this does happen to fall out, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to hang, and I can put it back in the pack. And then the same thing on this side here. I have a hook. But you can attach these loops to straps, to zippers, to pretty much anything on your pack to keep your water bottles, whatever you store, from losing it. I use these water bottles because they're pretty flat and narrow, so they work for this pack pretty well. I got one on each side. And then I have my cordage, as I said. Underneath here, I have a wool blanket. And then in this pocket, there is a pocket right here, mesh pocket in here. I have one bandana for filtering water from a stream or something like that, or whatever else you might want to use it for. And I also keep a bag here, and these are biodegradable wipes for whatever you might need them for going to the bathroom, for cleaning your hands, for washing up. Those stay right there where I can get them. So that's the only thing that's right there. Water bottles, cordage, and then up here there's two more straps up here. And all I have here is just a scarf that pulls right out like that. I can use to wrap around my neck to stay warm, or if I'm going to do a bow drill fire, put this on the ground and start my fire, or whatever else I need it for. It's have quick access to that right there. And that just goes right to these two straps here. It's not going to fall out like that, and then I tuck it into the pockets here to keep it out of the way so it doesn't fall. So it just stays like that. Okay, so I'm going to take everything out of the pack and kind of show you what I have in the pack. I'll start with the blanket. This is just a wool blanket. The size, I think, is maybe just a twin. It's not very big. U.S. Army blanket. Okay, scarf, we saw that. Very important, right there. Water bottles. One here. One here, that one with a cup. And then there is a top pocket right here. And here I have a bunch more extra paracord if I need it. A Sharpie marker. There's a small fishing kit there. Headlamp. I want to get a little bit closer on it too so you can see everything. Headlamp there. I carry this in my pack. It's a whistle, compass, and signal mirror. All lashed together. It can go right over your head if you need it. That stays in my top pocket. Extra batteries for headlamps. Just a bunch of little things. This is where my compass goes as well. Compass and pace beads. This is a Sun 2 MC2. There's the compass. Then that's all that's in there. Everything else is inside my pack. I usually have my knife on me. I don't right now, it's just sitting there. This is the Garberg, Mora Garberg with the Mora sheath. I just didn't put this on. I usually put this on my person. I just don't have it on me now. And then I also have on my person multi-tool. This one here is the Leatherman Surge. It's a great one. I've had it for years. Very, very handy. So that, and then this is on my person. This is just a small pouch of essentials that's in here. And I have a post on Instagram of what's inside this pouch. So So these 3 things right here are on my person. So I'll put those off to the side there. Those go on my belt. And then in my pack, I have a Grail GeoPress water filter. Poncho tarp for shelter and for a rain jacket. I have my machete with file for sharpening. I'm carrying this now instead of an axe. Smaller, lighter. It does the same thing. First aid kit. Another scarf, I carry 2. Sometimes I use one for a pillow and one for something else, so I like to have 2. Small folding saw. A bunch of number 36 bank line cordage. And this is a US military bivy sack. Gore-Tex bivy sack. And of course I got the wool blanket. So that's everything. I don't have anything else in there. So that's it. So that's everything in my pack. Not a lot of stuff, enough for a couple days. I'm venturing around, camping out. Only thing I don't have in this pack right now is food. And this video is filmed by Jessica.
That's me.
So that's it. If you guys have any questions about any of this gear, please let me know. Again, I'm Jeff Hatch with Raven Wilderness School, ravenwildernesschool.com. You can check out the website. There's no classes right now because of what's going on with the COVID-19, but hopefully we'll have classes back the end of May or so. Any questions about the gear or anything else, just please let me know and I'll get back to you right away. Thank you, and thank you, honey, for filming.
You're welcome.